Welcome everyone. Today we have quite an interesting character in which a more casual player of the series might not even know some basic things about the character I'll be discussing. The Jiangshi Hsien-Ko. I've been interested in learning more about the character even since I first saw her in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and finally getting to learn the gist of the character's past was actually pretty cool. Welcome to the history of Hsien-Ko. How she was created. Hsien-Ko, also known as Lei-Lei in Japan, was created by Haruo Murata and Noritaka Funamizu and designed by Hitoshi Nishio for Night Warriors Darkstalkers Revenge in 1995. Technically, she's two characters put together, Hsien-Ko and Mei-Ling, twin sisters who cast a forbidden spell to save their dying mother that turned them into Jiangshi, which is Chinese for hopping vampire. Originally, Funamizu intended for her to be two human sisters who fought side by side. This idea was tossed due to problems in programming character control. After this, Murata decided that Hsien-Ko would be too weak as just a human and came up with the Jiangshi backstory. Their combination is Hsien-Ko as the body and Mei-Ling as the mind, due to Mei-Ling becoming the ward paper on Hsien-Ko's hat. Lei-Lei's name comes from the Rei character, meaning soul or spirit, being repeated twice according to Murata. Mei-Ling's Japanese name is Xiao Linlin. Hsien-Ko's look. Hsien-Ko never really got an outfit change throughout the series. She's supposed to be reminiscent of the Qing dynasty, which is when the sisters were born in the 1730s. She gets a sort of new outfit in the Onimusha Soul browser game though. In a DLC for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, she does get an alternate outfit that represents Mei-Ling. They also got reincarnated back into humans by their mother, but eventually went back to being Jiangshi. Personality. Even though she's basically a type of zombie, without having to eat people, she is an incredibly kind-hearted and honorable person. She's very protective of her family, but holds a personal grudge against demons as her mother's soul was trapped by a Darkstalker, changing her and her sister's life forever. She dislikes people who only want power and who refuse to improve themselves or help others. Abilities. From the get-go, you probably know of her massive claws that she turns her nails into, but she's also a sort of weapons expert with kunais, knives, shurikens, weights, and many other things that can do some serious damage. She can fly, teleport, she can summon blades from the ground as well as all of her weapons, unless she's just hiding dozens in her clothes. Mei-Ling is also a weapons expert, though mostly using swords, boomerangs, and chains. There are two big weaknesses for Hsien-Ko though. Tasting blood, which causes her to lose herself, and if she isn't wearing Mei-Ling, she loses a lot of her abilities. Games she's been in. She was first in Night Warriors Darkstalkers Revenge for arcades in 1995, then in Vampire Savior The Lord of the Vampire in 1997 for arcades and Sega Saturn, Vampire Hunter 2 and Vampire Savior 2 in 1997 for arcades, Vampire Chronicle for Matching Service for Dreamcast in 2000, Darkstalkers Collection for PS2 in 2005, and Darkstalkers Resurrection in 2013 for PS3 and Xbox Live Arcade. Some other games she's been in are Namco X Capcom, SNK vs. Capcom, Card Fighters Clash, Card Fighters 2, Card Fighters DS, Pocket Fighter, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Lei-Lei's Magical Hammer, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Onimusha Soul, Project X Zone, and Project X Zone 2. Voice actors. Hsien-Ko has had 4 Japanese voice actors and 1 English VA. Her first was Michika Noya for Darkstalkers Revenge 3, Super Gem Fighter Minimix, and Namco X Capcom. Other voices she's done are Misaki in March Comes in Like a Lion, Sophie in Ghostsick, and Tatsuki in Hayako. Her next VA for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Project X Zone was Sayori Hayami, also known for Himawari in Boruto, Macy in Burn the Witch, and Victoria in Isekai Quartet. Her VA for the Japanese animated series was Yuko Miyamura, who has voiced Casca in the 1997 animated Berserk series, Larxene in the Kingdom Hearts series, and Asuka in the Evangelion series. Her final Japanese voice actor was Kai Araki in Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. Voices she's done include Hikari in Digimon, Miyaka in Fushigi Yugi The Mysterious Play, and Emily in Angel Blade. Her only English VA was Nicole Oliver in the Japanese animated series. Other roles she realized are Princess Celestia in My Little Pony, Mayor Madison in Bob the Builder, and Zoe in The Littlest Pet Shop. Extra info. Before they were transformed, Hsien-Ko was mostly interested in guys and martial arts, while Mei-Ling had interest in weaponry and cooking. Some cameos she made were in Street Fighter Alpha 2 on Ken Masters stage, Capcom vs. SNK 2 on the Shanghai stage, and Capcom Fighting Evolution in Pyron's Ending. Lord Raptor is also infatuated with her due to both being supernatural beings, though he's mostly just a giant annoyance to her. Overall, learning that she's actually two separate characters was pretty wild already, as well as the fact that they straight up get reincarnated was equally so, as they technically get also reincarnated twice. She's a bit of a straightforward hero type for the most part. I mean, there really isn't anything wrong with that, but the whole Jiangshi concept really helped her character be a good deal more than ordinary. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next video.